Hello everyone and welcome to my B&B trending news. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and this gives this video a thumbs up. At the hospital, Poppy Nozawa once again implored Finn not to tell anyone that he was Luna's father. Finn walked out on Poppy and immediately stopped by the prison to see Luna, but the prison official insisted she wasn't there. Although Finn speculated perhaps Luna had been transported to another prison, the official shot down that idea. However, he did admit Luna was still an inmate within the system. So Finn departed. Bewildered without any meaningful answers, Finn contacted Poppy on the phone thereafter, so she informed him that she didn't know where Luna was either. That conversation also allowed Poppy one more chance to appeal for Finn's silence. After a chat with Ridge Forrester, Steffi headed home and lighted candles for her cozy anniversary celebration with Finn. At one point, Steffi tripped on a knight toy and flashed back to Finn being her knight in shining armor when he saved her from Luna. Once Finn came home, Steffi expressed surprise since he was later than she expected. Finn was contrite and clearly had something on his mind, but Steffi tried to reassure him about everything they'd conquered, even Luna and Sheila Sharp. Although Steffi made a prediction about nothing being able to take them apart, Finn gathered his guts and claimed he had something to tell her. The Spencer mansion. Bill Spencer was concerned at Luna's close call with Will Spencer and Electra Forrester earlier, but she worked to calm his mind. When Liam Spencer showed up, Luna raced for the balcony and hid, while Liam once again interrogated Bill about why he'd become so reclusive. Liam also addressed Steffi's anniversary and was thrilled for her, especially after Luna the monster confined her in a cage a few months back. Luna listened around the corner and seemed upset by Liam criticizing her. At Forrester Creations, Carter Walton looked back to duping Steffi and Ridge into signing away control through the LLC documents. It felt like guilt was starting to bubble up for Carter. Next on Friday's B&B episode, Brooke Logan came at the Forrester mansion, where she gave Ridge news on her efforts to get through to Carter. Although Brooke was saddened over Ridge turning to Taylor Hayes so fast, she also highlighted her unshakable link with Ridge and was determined to fight for it, at least for now. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers predict Brooke could make some modifications to her perspective as this tale continues along, so stay tuned to discover what her romantic future contains. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of February 10, 2025 are here. Next week, fans can expect Ivy Forrester's jewelry line to begin. Electra Forrester and Will Spencer deal with turbulence in the boardroom. Also, Luna Nozawa wants to deliver a message to Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Keep reading, and let's chat about what's coming up next week on the CBS soap drama. Next week, fans will finally see Ivy again. Now that the whole Remy Price debacle is behind Electra, it's time to go back to business. Ivy and Electra will end up celebrating their jewelry line launch. However, may there be issues, especially since Carter Walton seems to be having second thoughts about the takeover. There is also the possibility that Luna could do something at the launch. After all, Luna looks obsessed on Will, which means Electra is in her way. Speaking of Electra and Will, there will be lots of drama in the boardroom. Over at Bill Spencer's estate, Luna will want to deliver a message to her mother. Luna asks Bill for his help in accomplishing just that. Now nobody can know that Luna is at Bill's place. However, Bill might approve of Luna sending an email, under supervision, or maybe even penning a letter. However, word is getting out that Luna is AWOL from the jail system. The warden is being tight-lipped, but everyone will want explanations. Not only Luna's loved ones, but her victims will also want to know that the killer is still behind bars. There is also a snapshot for the week of February 10th, which depicts Poppy making an emotional plea to Bill. The bold and the beautiful spoilers predict that next week Finn will have to decide whether to confess. It is John Finn Finnegan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan's anniversary. Steffy was hoped to enjoy it with Finn, but she can feel something is awry. Finn is almost ready to confess to Steffy, but it sounds like he chickens out. By midweek, Poppy once again begs Finn not to tell Steffy the truth. At Forrester Creations, Daphne Rose keeps trying to put the moves on Carter Walton. At one point, Brooke Logan finds Daphne entering Carter's personal space. It is also teased that Brooke will overhear some of Steffy and Daphne's talk. There is also a moment in the weekly preview tape that shows Carter begging Hope Logan to apologize to Steffy and Ridge Forrester Creations. Carter will make a painful admission to Hope when he confesses he's having a rough time. It sounds like Carter's conscience will be weighing on him, so it'll lead to a suggestion that takes Hope off surprise. After, Carter hints about apologizing to Steffy, and Ridge Forrester Hope will be horrified and appalled. B&B spoilers suggest Carter's idea will surely be met with some resistance. "You want me to apologize to Ridge and Steffy?" a surprised Hope asks in the show's weekly peek trailer. It's safe to suppose Hope will try to shut that idea down, so how will Carter react? This could be the beginning of Carter and Hope not being so in sync anymore. Next, Lee Finnegan will surprise John Finn Finnegan in his office. After Lee tells Finn that it's okay, she'll indicate that she already knows about Finn and Poppy Nozawa. That news will confuse Finn since Lee will be behaving so nonchalant. Of course, Lee has no knowledge that Finn hooked up with Poppy, or that he's Luna Nozawa's father, so she'll probably only know Finn met with her sister recently. Lee may presume Finn was offering Poppy support after all the Jack Finnegan paternity accusations. Once Lee displays sorrow for how she handled things, she may thank Finn for checking on Poppy and making sure she was all okay. Finn may not be in a hurry to come clean about his night of passion with Poppy, and the fact that he fathered Luna, especially if he hasn't told Steffy by the time this conversation happens. When Friday's cliffhanger left, Finn was on the point of divulging all the recent Luna events to his wife. However, there's no guarantee Finn will go through with spilling to Steffy just yet. B&B's weekly teaser video sees Steffy chatting to Ridge and Taylor Hayes about her love with Finn, and how they've been through way more than any couple should. "I don't think this feeling is ever gonna go away," Steffy states in the promo for the week of February 10th of 14. Although Steffy will sound concerned, she'll also seem unusually calm, like maybe she hasn't heard the whole Luna truth just yet. Steffy may simply convey her poor perspective of Luna, or explain she's got a horrible feeling about another disaster ahead. In other words, Finn may prolong his confession to Steffy and leave her believing that more danger is on the horizon. It might lead Steffy making some unpleasant predictions before she discovers the complete facts down the line. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Finn and Steffy's marriage will be tested once again, so stay tuned for updates on all the rising turmoil. At the hospital, Poppy Nozawa once again implored Finn not to tell anyone that he was Luna's father. Her eyes brimmed with desperation as she clasped his hands tightly. "Please, Finn," she whispered. "If the truth comes out, it will destroy more lives than you can imagine." Finn's jaw tightened. He had kept Poppy's secret for years, but now the weight of it was suffocating. "You keep asking me to stay silent, Poppy, but you're not telling me everything. Why are you so scared? What's really at stake here?" Poppy hesitated, her gaze darting to the hallway as if someone might overhear. "It's not just about Luna. It's about all of us," she muttered cryptically. "Please trust me." But Finn had had enough. Shaking his head, he pulled away from her grasp and walked out of the hospital without another word. His mind raced with unanswered questions and frustration. Determined to get to the bottom of things, he decided to head straight to the prison to see Luna. When he arrived, the prison official met him with a blank expression. "Luna?" the man asked, flipping through a clipboard. "She's not here." "What do you mean she's not here?" Finn asked, his voice sharp. "She's supposed to be serving her sentence. Where is she?" The official shrugged. "All I can tell you is that she's no longer in this facility." Finn speculated that she might have been transferred to another prison, but the official quickly shut that theory down. "She's still listed in the system," he admitted begrudgingly, "but her location is classified." Classified? Finn left the prison more bewildered than ever. Why would Luna's whereabouts be kept a secret? Was she in some sort of protective custody? Or was something more sinister at play? His thoughts swirled with possibilities as he dialed Poppy's number. When she picked up, Finn wasted no time. "Poppy, where is Luna?" "I went to the prison, and they told me she's not there." Poppy's voice was shaky on the other end. "I don't know, Finn. I told you before I don't have any contact with her." "Then who does?" Finn pressed. "Someone has to know where she is." "Finn, please," Poppy pleaded again. "Focus on your family. Let this go." Her words felt like a wall slamming shut in front of him. With a heavy sigh, Finn ended the call and drove home, his thoughts still tangled in the web of secrets surrounding Luna. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester was at home, lighting candles for her and Finn's cozy anniversary celebration. She smiled as the warm glow filled the room, creating a romantic atmosphere. But as she turned to adjust the decorations, her foot caught on one of their children's night toys. She stumbled slightly, catching herself against the sofa, and the memory hit her like a wave. She flashed back to the day Finn had saved her from Luna, who had held her captive in a cage. That day, Finn had been her knight in shining armor, fighting to protect her and their family. Steffi shook off the memory, reminding herself that those dark days were behind them. Luna was locked away, and Sheila Sharp was no longer a threat. Their family was safe now. When Finn finally came home, Steffi greeted him with a smile, though she noted the tension in his eyes. "You're late," she teased lightly, wrapping her arms around him. "I was starting to think you'd forgotten our anniversary." Finn forced a small smile. "Sorry I got held up. There's just, a lot on my mind." Steffi tilted her head, sensing his unease. "Is everything okay? You know you can talk to me, right?" Finn hesitated, his heart pounding. He wanted to tell her the truth, about Luna, about Poppy, about everything, but the weight of the secret felt impossible to unload. "We've been through so much, Steffi," he said instead. "Luna, Sheila, we've conquered so much together." Steffi smiled softly, brushing her fingers through his hair. "And we'll keep conquering. Nothing can tear us apart, Finn." But her words only deepened his guilt. As Steffi turned to pour them some wine, Finn took a deep breath. "Steffi," he said, his voice trembling slightly, "there's something I need to tell you." Across town at the Spencer mansion, Bill Spencer was pacing the living room, his brow furrowed with concern. Luna was seated on the couch, her hands folded tightly in her lap. "You can't keep having close calls like that," Bill scolded. "Will and Electra could have seen you. Do you know what kind of trouble that would bring?" "I'm sorry," Luna murmured, her voice barely audible. "I didn't mean to." Before she could finish, the front door opened, and Liam Spencer walked in. Luna's eyes widened in panic. Without a second thought, she darted for the balcony and hid behind the curtains. Liam looked around the room suspiciously. "Dad, what's going on? You've been holed up in this house for weeks, and don't tell me it's just work." Bill sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. "It's nothing, Liam, I've just been busy." "Busy hiding something," Liam retorted. "Come on, Dad, you're not fooling me." As Liam continued to press his father for answers, Luna peeked around the corner, her heart racing. She listened as Liam shifted the conversation to Steffi. "She's celebrating her anniversary with Finn tonight," Liam said, a hint of a smile on his face. After everything Luna put her through, she deserves some happiness. Hearing her name, Luna's stomach twisted. She knew she had made mistakes, terrible ones, but hearing Liam call her a monster stung deeply. She clenched her fists, fighting back tears. At Forrester Creations, Carter Walton sat alone in his office, staring at the stack of documents on his desk. His mind wandered back to the day he had duped Steffi and Ridge into signing away control of the company through the LLC documents. At the time, it had seemed like the right move, but now, guilt was gnawing at him. Brooke Logan's voice snapped him out of his thoughts. "Carter," she said, stepping into the office. "We need to talk." Carter looked up, his expression guarded. "About what?" "About you," Brooke said firmly, "and the choices you've been making." Back at the Forrester mansion, Brooke later found Ridge sipping a glass of whiskey in the study. She approached him cautiously, unsure of how to broach the topic. "Ridge," she began, "I wanted to talk to you about Carter. I've been trying to get through to him, but something feels off." Ridge sighed, setting down his glass. "Carter's been acting strange lately. I've noticed it too." Brooke nodded, her expression troubled. "I just hope whatever he's hiding doesn't come back to bite us all." As they spoke, a storm brewed outside, the wind howling against the windows. It was a fitting backdrop for the chaos that was about to unfold. Secrets were bubbling to the surface, and it was only a matter of time before everything came crashing down. Week kicks off with a glamorous yet tense moment at Forrester Creations, as Ivy Forrester returns to the forefront with the launch of her highly anticipated jewelry line. Excitement fills the air as Ivy and Electra Forrester celebrate their partnership, but underlying tensions simmer. Carter Walton's hesitation about the takeover looms over the festivities, and Electra senses trouble. The boardroom at Spencer Publications becomes a battlefield as Electra and Will face off against rival factions over the direction of the company. Electra's laser focus on securing her position as a power player clashes with Will's more cautious approach. The tension between them escalates, fueled further by Luna's unspoken interference. Luna's fixation on Will grows dangerous as she begins plotting ways to remove Electra from his orbit. At Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan catches Daphne Rose cozying up to Carter Walton in a way that raises eyebrows. Brooke confronts Daphne, who laughs it off as a misunderstanding. However, when Brooke overhears Steffi and Daphne's private conversation later, she realizes there's more to Daphne's motives than meets the eye. Meanwhile, Finn continues to wrestle with his guilt, and Poppy's plea for secrecy only adds to his inner turmoil. He begins to avoid Steffi, leading her to fear the worst, that Finn may be hiding something that could threaten their marriage. The jewelry line launch event becomes the stage for a series of explosive confrontations. Ivy is radiant as she unveils her new collection, but the celebration is marred by Carter's sudden announcement that he's reconsidering the takeover. His hesitation sends shockwaves through the room, and Ivy scrambles to salvage the moment. Luna makes a surprise appearance at the event, stirring up trouble as she uses the opportunity to get closer to Will. Electra quickly picks up on Luna's ulterior motives, leading to a heated argument between the two women. The confrontation turns physical, shocking everyone present and leaving Will torn between loyalty and caution. Elsewhere, Bill struggles with his decision to help Luna. As the truth about her escape from the prison system begins to surface, Bill realizes that Luna's actions could have far-reaching consequences, not just for her, but for everyone she's entangled with. Steffy demands answers from Finn after finding him distracted during their anniversary dinner. Finn panics and deflects her questions, but Steffy refuses to back down. As tensions rise, Finn begins to crack under the pressure. Poppy makes a desperate move to protect her secret, confronting Finn in private and urging him to stay silent. Finn is torn, knowing that the truth could destroy his family but unable to keep living with the weight of his deception. At Spencer Publications, Electra and Will's professional disagreements spill over into their personal lives. Electra accuses Will of not supporting her vision for the company, while Will questions Electra's true motivations. Their argument leaves both of them emotionally drained and vulnerable to manipulation, especially from Luna, who continues to scheme in the shadows. Brooke shares her concerns about Daphne with Ridge Forrester, who is skeptical of her suspicions. However, when Daphne's behavior takes a more aggressive turn, Ridge begins to reconsider. The week concludes with a series of cliffhangers that leave everyone on edge. Finn makes a decision about whether to come clean to Steffy, but before he can act, Poppy reveals a shocking twist that changes everything. At Forrester Creations, Carter's decision regarding the takeover sets off a chain reaction that threatens the future of Ivy's jewelry line. Meanwhile, Luna's obsession with Will reaches a dangerous peak as she takes drastic action to eliminate Electra as a rival. Her unpredictable behavior leaves Bill questioning whether he should have gotten involved with Luna's plea for help. Over at Forrester Creations, Brooke and Ridge confront Daphne about her intentions, but Daphne turns the tables with accusations of her own. As the drama unfolds, it becomes clear that alliances are shifting, and no one can be trusted. Fans can expect more explosive revelations as the fallout from this week's events continues to ripple through Los Angeles. Will Finn finally confess his secret, or will Poppy's interference keep him silent? Can Ivy and Electra salvage their jewelry line amidst the chaos at Forrester Creations? And just how far is Luna willing to go to get what she wants? Stay tuned for another week of twists and turns on The Bold and the Beautiful. At Forrester Creations, Carter Walton felt like a man adrift, weighed down by an unbearable burden. He found himself standing outside Hope Logan's office, his conscience demanding he address the situation head-on. When he finally entered, his face betrayed the inner turmoil he'd been battling. "Carter, you look like you've seen a ghost," Hope remarked, setting aside a portfolio she'd been reviewing. Carter forced a weak smile. "Hope, I need to talk to you about something. It's been eating at me." Hope tilted her head, her expression shifting to concern. "What is it? You know you can tell me anything." Taking a deep breath, Carter launched into his confession. "I've been struggling with everything that's happened recently. The tension at Forrester, the fallout from..." Taking a deep breath, Carter launched into his confession. "I've been struggling with everything that's happened recently. The tension at Forrester, the fallout from..." He hesitated, searching for the right words. "I think it's time I make things right. I've been considering apologizing to Steffy and Ridge." Hope's eyes widened in shock. "You want to apologize to Steffy and Ridge?" she repeated, her tone laced with disbelief. Carter nodded. "Yes. I think it's the only way to move forward. I've hurt people, Hope. It's time I take responsibility." Hope's initial reaction was horror, quickly giving way to frustration. Carter, you can't be serious. After everything they've done, you feel the need to apologize? No, absolutely not. I won't support this. Carter's expression tightened. Hope, it's not about support. It's about doing what feels right. I need to own up to my mistakes regardless of how they've treated me. The disagreement marked a fissure between them, one that hinted at deeper issues beneath the surface. Carter's determination clashed with Hope's protective instincts, leaving both to wonder if they were as aligned as they once believed. Meanwhile, over at the hospital, Lee Finnegan appeared unexpectedly in her son's office. John Finn. Finnegan glanced up from his desk, startled by her unannounced visit. Mom, Finn said, rising to greet her. This is a surprise. Everything okay? Lee offered a reassuring smile. It's more than okay. I just wanted to talk to you about something. She hesitated for a moment before continuing. It's about Poppy Nozawa. I know you've been in contact with her. Finn's heart skipped a beat. He maintained a neutral expression, though inwardly he scrambled to understand what she knew. Poppy? He echoed, feigning nonchalance. What about her? Lee's gaze softened. I know you've been looking out for her. After everything with Jack and the paternity scandal, it's good to see you being there for her. It means a lot. Relief flooded Finn's system. She didn't know the whole truth. It's complicated, he said cautiously. But I'm glad she has support. Lee reached out, placing a hand on his shoulder. I'm sorry for how I've handled things in the past. I let my anger and pain cloud my judgment. Thank you for stepping up where I couldn't. Finn nodded, though guilt gnawed at him. He hadn't told Steffi about his night with Poppy, nor had he revealed that he was Luna Nozawa's father. The weight of those secrets threatened to crush him. He knew the clock was ticking, but he wasn't ready to face the fallout yet. Back at the Cliff House, Steffi Forrester's conversation with her parents took a reflective turn. She sat across from Ridge and Taylor Hayes, her voice heavy with emotion. I don't think this feeling is ever going to go away, Steffi confessed. Finn and I have been through more than any couple should. Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever truly be at peace. Taylor reached over, squeezing her daughter's hand. You and Finn have faced incredible challenges, but your love has always been your anchor. You're stronger than you think, Steffi. Ridge chimed in with a reassuring nod. Whatever happens, we're here for you. Always. Despite their comforting words, Steffi couldn't shake an ominous feeling. Her intuition told her there was more to the story, something Finn wasn't telling her. She voiced her concerns, her tone tinged with unease. It's Luna, she admitted. There's something about her that feels off, like she's connected to something bigger, something that could hurt us. Neither Ridge nor Taylor dismissed her instincts, though they exchanged worried glances. Steffi's unease seemed to foretell trouble ahead, even if the full extent of it wasn't clear yet. Back in his office, Finn wrestled with his conscience. He knew he owed Steffi the truth, but fear held him back. What if it destroyed everything they'd built? What if it drove her away for good? As the weekend approached, Finn stood at a crossroads. The secrets surrounding Luna and Poppy loomed over him, threatening to unravel his life. Yet, he couldn't bring himself to confess. Not yet. Little did Finn know, the longer he waited, the greater the fallout would be. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest his hesitation will have far-reaching consequences, putting his marriage to Steffi to the ultimate test. Taking a deep breath, Carter launched into his confession. I've been struggling with everything that's happened recently. The tension at Forrester, the fallout from... He hesitated, searching for the right words. I think it's time I make things right. I've been considering apologizing to Steffi and Ridge. Hope's eyes widened in shock. You want to apologize to Steffi and Ridge? She repeated, her tone laced with disbelief. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.